Welcome back, everybody! Oh man, last time some things happened, and today more things will happen, because yes, things are always happening. So yeah, Phoenix, you had an argument you were making yesterday. What are you making now? Oh, since the victim was standing, he couldn't have been held down. Eep! Yeah, exactly. Then tell us, Mr. Wright, what was the heavy sensation felt by the victim? What caused the heavy sensation Zealot felt? Any thoughts, Maya? I agree that sense of heaviness seems important, but there's also the matter of Zealot's hands on the stone slab. Why were they even there? They're related to the cause of the heavy sensation? Well, Mr. Wright, do you have an answer for this? Of course. Just envision the state Zealot was in when he was killed. The cause of the heaviness the victim felt was the falling stone slab, of course. The only conceivable cause is the stone slab falling over, trapping the victim underneath. What? ... Oh! The stone slab came falling down on him, crushing him underneath. Right, that was the cause of the heavy sensation the victim felt. While your theory is impressive, you have overlooked a key fact. The victim was not crushed to death, rather he was stabbed. Oh yeah. Would you claim that the dagger was plunged in after the slab had fallen on him? Yeah, basically. Plus, if the killer had been behind the victim, they would have both been crushed together. And like I said, it was the statue that did it, good sir, but I see you're not seeing that right away. Well, would you care to explain? Sure, I'd love to. That doesn't mean I can. How could the dagger have been plunged in after the slab fell on the victim? The killer couldn't have plunged a dagger into the victim after the slab fell on him. Well, what if the murder weapon wasn't what we thought it was? Well, there were other weapons in the rebel hideout. But the entrance to the hideout was right by the stone slab. There isn't enough space between the two to use any weapons that found within. Yeah, there's not much space by the entrance, is there? That's why the entrance itself is the murder weapon! So what was the real murder weapon? And I better think of something. If the murder weapon wasn't the dagger must have been plunged into the victim after he was already dead. That means he was stabbed at least twice, but the autopsy report doesn't mention that. Then he must have been stabbed in the same spot with something shaped like the dagger. Yeah, exactly. Would the defense care to offer an explanation sometime this century? Nope, not this century. Wait, wasn't there something dagger-like near the scene of the crime? Yeah, something that's shaped similar to the Warbod dagger? Isn't your evidence at this time, Mr. Wright? It shows what really killed the victim. Do I show this? I mean, I know what it is, but like, I'm just trying to figure out what do I need to show exactly. I guess it would be that. There's nothing else to... I mean, it could be the inner sanctum diagram, though, too. I wonder. I really, really do wonder. I'm gonna go with this, and hopefully that's right.
Take that!
Okay, good. This is not the photo from the scene of the High Priest's murder. Are you suggesting the murder weapon is hidden herein? So what really took Prey Zealot's life? Yeah, man, it's up there. Oh my gosh. That! But that is the Warbod statue. Exactly. The Warbod statue has dagger-like feathers protruding from it. That is what really took the victim's life. You imbecilic fools! The statue is outside the hideout! How do you propose it impaled someone who was inside? Haven't you heard? The Warbod statue also functions as the hideout's door. What do you mean? The statue can pull a complete switcheroo. A switcheroo? What the heck does that mean? Please use real English. Put it simply, it's a revolving door. Yep. A revolving door? Why, that makes perfect sense. Therefore, I believe the truth behind the Divination Séance to be this. As the victim entered the secret hideout, the stone sculpture came toppling towards him. He threw up his hands to stop it, but its weight forced him backwards. Unfortunately, the Warbod statue was right behind him. This cannot be. See, your seances are delivering the absolute truth. You're just misinterpreting the truth is all. But the accused's fingerprints were found on the dagger. She had held it while rehearsing for the rite, which is when her prints got on it. God! This is a shocking turn of events, but there was a great deal of circumstantial evidence in the defense's favor. I believe we must accept that the Warbod statue was what killed the victim. Warbod statue added to the court's record. Its sharp, protruding feathers took Pere Zealot's life. It's also a revolving door. That so far seems pretty good for this, but we still haven't exactly done anything about the High Priest, though. Now that we know how Acolyte Zealot really met his demise, there's no basis for claiming my client committed this crime. Nice work, Nick! How can this be happening yet again? The Divination Séance is the only truth. And it was the truth, you idiots! Know your benevolence. It's not the truth itself, but it is a means for shedding light on the truth. Nah. Do you understand now? No, of course she doesn't. Just because you've done this 3 times now doesn't mean she's gonna get it. She's stupid. She needs lawyers so that they can interpret your insights. But that means I've been misinterpreting the voices of the spirits all this time. Your benevolence, are you unwell? All the color is drained from your face. I will be fine. Continue your proceedings without me. As you wish. And she gone. I feel kind of bad for her. Now then, I would have the defense continue. Please explain what you have learned now that we know how the victim actually died. Acolyte Zealot was killed in the hideout before the High Priest's murder. That means the body was found at the Plaza Devotion, was moved there by the real killer. But only after the Warbod dagger was thrust into him. To make it look like the murder weapon. That does seem to agree with what we now know. But why would the real killer go to such lengths? If stabbing Acolyte Zealot's body with the dagger and moving to the plaza was a warning from the Twilight Realm. A crime committed for fun. To make it look like a serial murder? That's the only thing that would make sense. The other two just seem kind of like joke answers, which I wish I could select them, but I mean, it's a strike, you know, so no, thank you. It was an attempt to make my client look like a serial killer. That's right, the real killer planned all of this. This forged serial murder case. They did? That's it, Nick. Keep hammering away. Your reasoning is more holes than the cheese you foreigners so enjoy. What? Like those putrid hole-riddled clumps of curds that only a rat like you can love. Your reasoning, much like your putrid hole-riddled brain, has putrefied. What's his deal with things going putrid? You have yet to overturn my argument that the accused is the killer. For now, so the chain of events up to the killing exposes the truth as follows. Excuse me. Disguised as Lady Kira, the accused found the rebel hideout the day before the rite. But Acolyte Zealot had followed her there after noticing her suspicious behavior. Caught by surprise, she pushed the stone slab towards him, and we know the rest. And you have proof of that how? I've never been to the rebel hideout in my life! When the High Priest arrived at the Sanctum the next day, he realized what she had done. That's when the accused murdered him in order to silence him. I believe Prosecutor Sadmani has posed a compelling scenario. Prince on the other hand has yet to disprove the accused's guilt. Objection! Why would my client move Acolyte Zealot's body to where everyone could see it? And why would she stab the dagger with her fingerprints into his dead body? She had no reason to do any of those things. The dagger in his corpse was likely a warning to the rebels. Something along the lines of Lady Kira will slay the Defiant Dragons. So that is why she moved the body to the plaza for all to see. Anyways, the judge convinced too. Thought I finally made some headway. Well, Mr. Wright, about time for one of your groans of distress, is it not? Groan of distress? Kills me to admit this, but I've got nothing to counter his argument with. I still haven't disproven his allegations against Maya. Is it not time to end your futile struggle? You were already judged guilty yesterday. That makes you a dead lawyer walking. So the death that now awaits you, and in doing so, finally know peace. A dead lawyer walking indeed. Then again, are not all lawyers who practice in Khura'in? But I must admit, I misspoke earlier. Allow me to amend my statement. Said the defense's reasoning had a putrid cheese-like smell. But I now realized the stench was from his own putrid body on the verge of death. Now I'm a rotting zombie? Think, who could have killed Zealot the day before the rite? Who knew about the rebel hideout and could gain access to the inner sanctum? Only those involved with the rite can enter the sanctum, so... Wait a second. Only a rebel would have known about the secret hideout. The only person who was involved with the rite had access to the sanctum. And was suspected of being a rebel is... Ah! Did somebody come to mind? Yes, except there's one huge problem. A huge problem? What are you two going on about, plotting to escape from the Sacred Hall? I have not put it past you, considering you have no means to raise further objection. I'll do something. Prosecutor Sadmani will have this one in the bag. I'll bluff my way out of this, regardless of that huge problem. Your Majesty, I believe there is another suspect in Pere Zealot's murder. The most benevolent Holy Mother would not forgive such a desperate lie. After all, you know very well that such a person does not exist. No, there is one person who knew everything. Does such a figure truly exist? Tell us, who might that be? I believe the prime suspect in Acolyte Zealot's murder is... It's all be your guide! No, I'm kidding. It's you, Sadmani! No, I'm kidding. Well. I don't think it's him. That doesn't feel like that'd be right. I could think of two people. It could either be Trust in Me, which would seem a little bit bizarre, or it could be her. So, oh my gosh. If it's not her, it's freaking, it's gotta be him. If it's not him, then it's gotta be him. I think he's my third choice in this matter. I think these are the only three people who could be the options here. But I think she's gotta be first choice, being that she's still alive. Second choice, and then third choice. Oh boy, well I'm not gonna get a guilty verdict here, but I might get some strikes, maybe. I'm going for it. Let's go! Wait, no? Oh, I saw the strikes go away. Come on. No. Okay, so it was freaking him. Wow, okay. I thought maybe, well, how are we gonna prove this then? He's dead! I thought maybe we were gonna, like, call her in for questioning or something and be like, ugh. Do you truly believe that person to be the killer? I too find it hard to believe. Oh, I guess that makes 3. 3 strikes and you're out, Mr. Wright. I mean, that's very true. There was 3 strikes. I better rethink my strategy. Looking for someone who was allowed to enter the sanctum and knew the hideout. Especially a very killed zealot. You fail to give a serious answer this time, I'll personally put a muzzle on you. Now who is this new suspect you believe to have killed the victim? Oh boy. Take that! It had to be someone allowed to enter the sanctum and who knew of the hideout. I mean, my logic was like, okay, he's dead, so maybe the wife knew about it because her husband was a rebel, and at the same time, she's normally involved or allowed to go in a sanctum because she's playing the role of Lady Kira usually. So that was my thinking behind that. I thought it was a good guess anyway. I guess not though. I guess she didn't know anything about the hideout. Well, presumably. Anyway, yeah. And that would be the High Priest. He could have committed the crime if it occurred the day before the rite. He would pin a crime upon the dead, knowing very well they tell no tales. Have you no shame? Dead men tell no tales. That is definitely a problem. Only the High Priest could tell his side of the story. Oh. Hey! Maya! Spirit channeling time! Let's do this! What? Do I have something on my face? Wait a second. Could this actually work? Oh no, don't tell me I have something on my breakfast caught between my teeth. No, there's even the slightest possibility. I'll have to go with it. Your Majesty! Dead men do tell tales, therefore I would like to request a High Priest testimony. His testimony? So how do you propose we get the deceased to testify? There's a way for the dead to testify. It's known as channeling. Summon him here by means of spirit channeling. What did you just say? Spirit channeling? Is this lawyer finally gone insane? This is sacrilege! May the Holy Mother strike him down! But he just... What do you mean? He literally suggested a pretty good idea, honestly. Peace! I'm frankly astonished you even know such a thing. Spirit channeling is a secret art that only Her Eminence Queen Garon can perform. Her Eminence is far too busy with other duties to perform it at our pleasure. Expect as much. That means our only hope is... What? How does she know that? ... It's okay, Nick. You can tell them. But Maya... I thought you wanted to keep it a secret here in Khura'in. Don't worry, it's not like it's against the law or violates some religious precept, so... I don't think we'll be punished. At least I hope not. This is a crucial period for you. It'll decide whether you become Master Khura'in. We don't have any other choice now, do we? If I'm found guilty, it'll be a lot worse than not becoming Master Khura'in. Alright, thanks, Maya. Actually, there is someone here who is capable of channeling spirits. But even her benevolence, Princess Rafa finds the Divination Séance to be a challenge. Who could possibly have a greater spiritual power than she, aside from the Queen? That would be me! Is this some sort of joke? A foreigner could not possibly have such power! Even the royal priest is incapable of such a feat! Peace, peace, I say! Is this true? Is the accused capable of performing the secret art of spirit channeling? Well, yes. Yes, I can. Now, Your Majesty, we'd like your permission to begin. That's BS. There's no way she can do that. Your benevolence. This is an outrage, I say. First you make a mockery of the Divination Séance, and now spirit channeling?
Where benevolence speaks the truth, spirit channeling is a sacred right! Foreign devils, I say they should be put to death immediately!
Still your voices. Bald head, spirit channeling is a most sacred and secret of arts. Are you prepared to face the consequences of what you propose? Yes, I am. Your benevolence, are you saying you approve of the use of the spirit channeling? I will judge whether the claim is true. If this is but another of their lies, it shall be executed on the spot. Very well then. Your benevolence. What if the accused accidentally calls forth an evil spirit? Do you truly believe this foreigner is capable of channeling spirits? Oh, no, but I wanted to be sure, as I am responsible for the safety of all present. Well, an inexperienced practitioner could inadvertently call forth a dangerous spirit. But do not fear, for I have a Magatom of parting. With that I can send spirits back to the Twilight Realm by halting the flow of spiritual power. That is a relief indeed. These foreigners have thrown down the gauntlet. Let us not shirk from their challenge. We must prove them guilty and deliver their last rites. Do I make myself clear, Prosecutor Sadmati? Perfectly, benevolence. Very well, the accused may channel the High Priest Spirit. First we must take a short recess to prepare. We resume as soon as the preparations are complete. Until then, this court is adjourned. Yeah, adjourn that court. To be continued. Oh boy. Does that mean she'll be channeling Maya Fey again pretty soon? That'll be nice. Oh boy. Just like the good old days. Like the good old days. Yes, it is time for the good old days once again. Oh, snap. May 12th. High Court of Khura'in. Accused lobby. I just realized May is one letter off from Maya. Sorry, Maya, but this was the only way. You sure you're up for this? Thanks for believing in me, Nick. Even though I don't know if my channeling ability is on point yet. Oh, right. Before she started training here, her success rate was only about 30%. I know you can do it, Maya. At least I hope she can. So, you sure you're ready? Yeah, at least I think so. You don't sound so confident. What about all your training? Training is one thing. Actually doing it is another. Oh, I see. Uh-oh. She fails to channel the High Priest. We're as good as dead. Relax, Nick. You can count on me. I'll show you what my training's done for me. This will be a moment you never forget. Okay. Let's hope it's unforgettable in a good way. Once we hear Abani's story, I'm sure the truth will come to light. Hope so, but he was hiding the fact that he was a rebel, so that'll be as cut and dried as all that. They are ready for you. Please return to the Hall of Justice at once. Okay, Maya, I'm counting on you. You got it. Here we go. Yeah, honestly, I didn't really even think about the spirit channeling part when I was picking a person. Like, if I had thought about that possibility, I would have probably picked him from the get-go, maybe. I don't know. May 12th, High Court of Khura'in. We have received official approval for the accused to channel a spirit here today. Now, if you will, Miss Fey, please proceed. Yes, Your Majesty.
Well, I can't believe this! Only the Queen should channel spirits! You execute them! Put them to death right now! Death! Death! Death!
Come on, Maya, I'm counting on you. Dot 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 dot. I've been studying here in Khura'in for 2 years now. So that one day I will be the master of Khura'in, a village of spirit mediums back home. But first I shall show you all the fruits of my training in your kingdom. Wow, she seems really confident. A neophyte practitioner such as you could not possibly channel a spirit. Okay, Your Benevolence. How about this? If I succeed, will you stop calling me a neophyte? Very well. If you succeed. Oh, I will. Just you watch. Whoa, here we go. Oh, spirit of trust in me, slumbering of the... Return now to the world of the living. Oh, jeez. You'd think they would have voiced this like they do with Rayfa's spirit. Oh, gosh. This looks so not right. What is this place? Slumbering in the Twilight Realm. Okay, that was the other thing she said. Oh my! No, this cannot be. Polkunga.
It's the High Priest! The accused really can channel spirits! Why don't believe it? The accused's spiritual power is the real deal!
Go, Maya. I do not understand. This cannot be. This simply cannot be. I must step out now before I forget myself. A bot in me. Would this be the Twilight Realm? And what of this? That's some nice hair. What of this luxurious mane of hair? Is it perhaps a gift from the Holy Mother for decades of faithful service? A bot in me? My, but if it isn't His Majesty, have you two shuffled all off that mortal coil? Please do not count me among the dead. It is only you who has passed on. The spirit medium Maya Fey has brought you back among us today. Why? Acolyte Fey has mastered that secret art of spirit channeling? Suppose that explains these gorgeous locks. When I pass from this world, I too hope to be channeled with a full head of hair. Though it be for a briefest of moments. I give thanks for the splendid coiffure. Praise be to the Holy Mother. However, this kimono is a bit too snug for my taste, if you would excuse me. Okay. Oh, dang. Oh, jeez. Okay, she better not... Okay. Okay, when she gets rid of the what the frick? When she gets rid of that transformation, she better have that back on. Just saying. Oh, man. There, that is better. Can we get to his testimony now? I wish he'd kept this top on. Why, you are that foreign lawyer the people speak of as of late. And is this not the Hall of Justice? Why have I been summoned here? Forgive us for calling you back from your eternal rest. But you've been accused of murder. Might we ask you to testify on your own behalf? Jeez Louise. I have been accused of murder. That is troubling indeed. Ah! What's with that crazy pose? This really calls for such astonishment. Even the lowliest of monks can achieve such body control with proper training. Oh, I wonder if Albi will be able to do that someday. Excuse me. Will the defense please explain the situation to the High Priest? I'd be happy to. Your disciple Pere Zealot has been murdered. Happened on the day before the Purification Rite. If the crime occurred in the rebel hideout, hidden within the inner sanctum. Acolyte Zealot? He has been killed. Who would do such a thing? Someone who knew of the hideout and had access to the inner sanctum. In other words, you, Abbot, and me. After all, weren't you secretly a rebel? Dot 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 dot. Oh dear. That's still Maya's body. Hope he doesn't break anything. I didn't know. Never mind.
Wow, the High Priest is amazing! I think getting masters in advanced prayer pose, he's still worthy of our veneration even if he is a rebel! Praise be to the Holy Mother! Praise be to the Holy Mother!
Oh my rebel allegiance has been exposed. Not even my wife knew of that. It seems to rest in peace is not my fate. Why did you, a devout priest of Khura'in, join the rebellion?
Objection.
The High Priest has come back to us for but a brief time, Defense. Shall we not cut to the chase and ask the most pressing of questions? Alright. Is it really only a limited time? I thought it could be channeled for a while. About and me, the prosecution believes that the one who slew both you and Acolyte Zealot to be Maya Fey, who had been playing the role of Akira in the right. Being that I was dead until just a moment ago, my memory's a bit hazy. Could you please do your best to remember?
Objection.
High Priest says his memory is hazy. It is all coming back to me. As Prosecutor Sultan Mahdi had concluded, I was slain by none other than Maya Fey. High Priest's statement has proven my assertions with regards to his murder correct. No! But what about Acolyte Zealot? You were the one who killed him, weren't you? I know not about my disciple's murder. Furthermore, I have an alibi of my own. An alibi? Seriously? Ha 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 ha! It seems the testimony the defense had been hoping for is working against him. No, Abort in me, your testimony if you please. Indeed. Yes, of course. I shall give my testimony with utmost haste. Witness testimony. I have an alibi. I have an ironclad alibi for the time during which the murder took place. This past noon on the day before the rite, I was entertaining guests in my home. And I believe my guests can corroborate this. You a guest? This past noon, that's right about the time Zealot was murdered. Are you sure about that? Absolutely. I'm kind of thinking Rafa told me about a spirit's memory. A spirit's memory is cut off at the moment of death. So even a spirit that is brought back after centuries doesn't sense any gap in time. Between the moment of its death and the moment it's channeled? Yes, and yet it clearly recalls all the memories it had in life. I seems to know exactly what he's talking about. So the question is, what would be the best angle of attack? Indeed. That means the memory shouldn't be fuzzy then. I have an alibi. Oh, I still only 2 strikes? That kind of sucks, actually. I have an ironclad alibi for the time during which the murder took place. Well, that's good that you have that anyway. That's very, very good for you. Well, we'll see about that. Use the word alibi as over second nature. Are you perhaps mocking me? Or is it perhaps the Kingdom of Khura'in itself you wish to ridicule?
Come on, everyone and their grandma knows what an alibi means! We're not a bunch of country bumpkins here, we have plenty of courtroom!
Drama on TV? Was it drama? I swear I saw TV. Oh. But you guys only have one channel. You're telling me you have courtroom drama on that one channel? Okay. Peace, 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 I say! Mr. Wright, would you care to clarify your last statement? Please don't take it the wrong way. This ally is a rather technical term for a priest to use so naturally. I assure you I know what to use the term. In fact, I had even hoped for a chance to do so one day. Suppose that even I, a high priest, am not immune to such trivial worldly attachments. Oh, I see. Still, he seemed unusually calm and composed. It's almost as if he had prepped himself for something like this. Maybe. Just past noon on the day before the rite, I was entertaining guests in my home. Guests? And you were entertaining them personally? That I was. We gather around the table for a most enjoyable conversation. He said his guests could corroborate his alibi. That can't be good for our case. Are you sure that was the same day as the murder? Maybe you misremembered. Ka! Do not doubt my mnemonic faculties. I may have died, but my memories up to that point are crystal clear. Sorry, he's pretty thin-skinned for a priest. I guess I should have known better than to doubt his memory. A spirit's memory is cut off at the moment of death. Seeing a spirit that is brought back after centuries doesn't sense any gap in time. We literally just saw this like a moment ago. Between the moment of its death and the moment of it is channeled. Yes, and yet it clearly recalls all the memories it had in life. Ah, there's nothing better than enjoying Jinjil cuisine with dear friends. That way everyone's breath becomes equally malodorous. Right. Well, I mean, I don't know. And I believe my guests can corroborate this. I knew exactly where your guests that day. Don't tell me they were rebels so they can't be called here to testify. Nor than his majesty, along with his family. He couldn't attend the Wright due to work, so he stopped by ahead of time. My, how his daughter has grown. Wait a second. Let me set the record straight right now. I am not a rebel. Thank you for that wonderful meal, Abbot and me. Lady Inme's cooking simply cannot be beat. So there you have it. When exactly was his majesty at your home? He was there from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Well, that's a thing, I guess, apparently. Indeed, precisely the time period within which Acolyte Zealot was slain. Ooh. Yes, we had a rousing chat concerning the game of Kachu Demal. But I'll just have that added to the testimony. After all, it was I who visited the High Priest's home. Okay. I guess that they were his majesty and his family. They visited from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Your Majesty, are you sure this testimony is completely accurate? As sure as sure can be. Oh, how wonderful it is to finally have my actions be admissible as evidence in court. His Majesty was at my home during the exact time period of the murder. Come, let us put this behind us. I could not have possibly committed this crime. I mean, it's 12 to 3 p.m., but I mean, okay. How can you be so sure? Well, the clock or watch you were using was off, or you misread the time. There was a clock right near the table, and it had the exact same time as my watch. Excuse me. Now do you understand, lawyer? I mean, I understand. Very well, actually. As you can see, my alibi is airtight. Or do you still think I could have killed Acolyte Zealot? His Majesty's a witness? Are you satisfied now? There was not a single discrepancy in Abotomi's alibi. If I give up now, it's all over. Now hold on a second. Is there anything wrong with the High Priest testimony? There is. There is a discrepancy in the High Priest testimony. There is? Well, then perhaps you could explain what it might be. This is what is wrong with his testimony. Prayer feast was short? Too friendly with the judge? He knew the time of the crime? Wait, did he know the time of the crime?
Yeah, that seems like an issue. We never brought the exact time up, did we? So, yeah. After a botany was channeled, no one ever stated what time Acolyte Zealot was murdered.
Now that you mention it...
Despite that, you claim to have an alibi from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. It means you knew that Acolyte Zealot was dead when you were still alive. Oh, jeez. Wait, I think I saw something just now. No, I must be imagining things. So tell me, how did you know what time the crime had been committed?
About that, Open your heart, let the Holy Mother in. Why, we've been blessed with the High Priest's sacred words of prayer. All who serve her holiness must strive to banish worldly desires from their soul. Open your heart, let the Holy Mother in, purge your mind of greed and bias. I feel as if my very soul has been cleansed.
You can't fool me. Prayer may banish worldly desires, but it can't make a contradiction disappear. Uh-huh. How can you be so sure? What's that supposed to mean? Solar seems to think little of the power of Khura'in's prayer. Huh? Bolt and me was at home during the crime, but knew what happened at the hideout. This can be explained thusly. He must have had a way to monitor the hideout from his home. What?
You never cease to amaze, prosecutor. As he has surmised, there was a listening device installed at the hideout. It enabled me to instantly learn of anything unusual even when I was not there.
I remember the rebels had been using this as a top-secret hideout. It'd be perfectly natural for them to install such an apparatus. Wait, come to think of it, when I was searching the rebel hideout... There's something under the banner. A microphone? What's this doing here? Someone trying to record something with it. That was a listening device?
It starts recording whenever it detects movement. And I heard just such a recording after His Majesty and his family left. If you look in the desk in my study, you will find the tape in question. Alright then, bailiff! Yes, your majesty. Go retrieve the tape in question from the High Priest's home. At once, your majesty.
The power of Khura'in's prayer. Even a putrid brain such as yours should understand it now. It's like the contradiction really did vanish.
We shall ascertain the content of the recording once we have the tape. In the meantime, I would ask Bolt and me to continue with his testimony. Very well.
Yes, please do make more testimony. Thank you very much.
Witness testimony.
I heard everything.
I was entertaining His Majesty and his family when the crime occurred. When I listened to the tape later, I heard a man and a woman quarreling. It sounded like an altercation between Acolyte Zealot and Acolyte Fey. After that, there was a loud noise followed by haunting silence.
I have to find some way to attack his alibi. Only Maya were here. She's really putting me at ease. But seeing her like this is only creeping me out. If the High Priest was a rebel, he was still a Khura'in's holy man. Therefore take care in your questioning, lest you invoke the ire of our people. How dare he suspect the High Priest! May the Holy Mother strike him blind! As if this wasn't hard enough already. Nice try, but I'll stop at nothing to find the truth. The truth must be found. Gosh dang it. Cross-examination. I heard everything. I was entertaining His Majesty and his family when the crime occurred. Sure you were, good sir. Sure you were. I believe everything. I just noticed the time as well. Looks like now is a good time to call this an episode, everyone. So on the next exciting episode, we'll continue questioning him. What of the microphone, though? Will the microphone be decisive evidence in certain matters, or will it not be? I wonder. I mean, it probably will be some kind of conclusive evidence against us, most likely, but regardless of what happens in the end, we'll figure this out. We will get to the bottom of this, and that is final. So everyone, have a nice day. I'll see you later, of course, as always. And we will go ahead and continue pressing him on his testimony next time. So until then, everyone, I'll see you all later, everyone. Have a good one, and we're gonna get this guy! Yeah! Hello everyone, you've reached the end of this video, but before we go for the day, I'd just like to give a quick shout out to the Tier 4 and 5 channel members, Phoenix Edgeworth, Acheron X2, Menthy, and Meister Papala. Thank you all for being awesome and supporting the channel. If you too would like to also get your name shouted out at the end of each video and live stream, shoutouts are available for all Tier 4 and 5 channel members. I hope you all have an awesome day. I'll see you all later.